Between points. When she looks at the Philippines flag stitched onto her kit, millions of fans across the globe feel tied to her journey. And that connection has built something unbelievably powerful. The harsh truth. Alex Eala has turned into appointment television. Advertisers are reportedly rushing behind the scenes. Many brands now regret not securing enough commercial slots during her matches. They misjudged her drawing power and realized too late that she has become one of the biggest attractions in the sport. Her matches are no longer just sporting events, they have become global broadcast moments. The surge in viewership is transforming the Indian Wells Open into a worldwide media hub unlike anything seen in recent years. Even Rafael Nadal is reportedly shocked by the numbers. While the King of Clay always believed in his young protege, seeing her outperform established world number ones in television ratings has reportedly filled him with both pride and nervous anticipation. Because fame at this level comes with massive pressure. Inside the locker room, the atmosphere is also changing. Some top 10 players are reportedly growing uneasy, quietly asking their agents why a 20-year-old from Quezon City is suddenly receiving more global airtime than defending champions and long-established stars. The old hierarchy in women's tennis is starting to crack, and according to insiders, the verdict from analysts and media experts is already clear. A new television queen has been crowned. Her name is Alex Eala, but the shockwaves around her rise are only getting stronger on this Friday, March 6, 2026, as media conversations intensified inside the press center at Indian Wells. An even more surprising revelation began spreading behind the scenes, the source highly confidential broadcast data. We're talking about internal ratings reports from major networks like ESPN and Tennis Channel and global broadcasters such as BN Sports. And what those numbers reportedly revealed stunned everyone. During one of Alex Eala's recent practice sessions, not even an official match, digital viewership reportedly peaked at 85 million concurrent viewers worldwide. Let that sink in for a moment. That level of attention rivals, and in some cases exceeds, the viewership of many National Basketball Association regular season games and even some major European football finals. Which leads to a brutal realization spreading throughout the tennis world. Eala mania is no longer just a Filipino phenomenon. It has evolved into a global sporting movement. And if these numbers continue to climb, the sport of tennis may be entering a completely new era. The era of Alexandra Eala. What we are witnessing right now is nothing short of a global television takeover, but the most shocking part of these reports isn't just the massive viewership numbers, it's where those viewers are coming from. Of course, the Philippines remains the beating heart of the fan movement surrounding Alexandra Eala. Millions of passionate fans are tuning in from across the country, but new data reveals something even more extraordinary. There has been a huge surge of viewers from Western Europe, the Middle East and North America. This means Eala's rise is no longer regional. It's global. Veteran tennis photographer Julian Finney, who has spent decades observing the sport from a unique perspective, reportedly pointed out something fascinating about this phenomenon. According to him, Alex may be the only athlete in tennis today capable of bridging the cultural gap between East and West. He reportedly explained it this way. Broadcasters have been searching for a global magnet ever since Roger Federer stepped away from the spotlight. What they didn't expect was that the next one would come from Manila. That realization has reportedly shaken the entire establishment surrounding the Women's Tennis Association. 4 years, millions of dollars were invested in promoting established stars. But suddenly the cameras, the headlines, and the remote controls around the world are all pointing in one direction: Alex Eala. However, the explosion in ratings has also revealed a darker side of the media industry. A shocking story recently surfaced involving a high-ranking television executive in New York. According to insiders, this producer made a costly mistake. He reportedly decided to move Eala's opening segment to a secondary digital broadcast channel, assuming that she wouldn't attract a large mainstream American audience. That decision turned into a disaster. When the official ratings arrived, the numbers were staggering. The secondary channel featuring Eala reportedly generated 10 times more traffic than the primary broadcast that was showcasing a top 5 seeded player. The network's board reacted immediately. Within hours, the executive responsible for the decision reportedly lost his position. The message sent across the entire sports media industry was brutal and unmistakable. Underestimate Alex Eala at your own risk. The incident has reportedly sent a wave of anxiety through sports newsrooms across California and New York. Now, camera crews and reporters are scrambling to secure the best possible angle whenever Eala steps onto the practice courts. For many in the media world, capturing her moments isn't just exciting, it's becoming a matter of professional survival. Meanwhile, inside the players' locker room, tensions are reportedly rising. Some top 10 players are said to be quietly frustrated as television screens in the lounge continuously replay highlights of Eala's matches while their own victories receive far less attention. One European champion was even reportedly overheard asking in disbelief, "How is a 31st ranked player becoming the face of this entire tournament?" But according to analysts like Julian Finney, the answer comes down to something far more powerful than rankings or marketing budgets. The secret behind Eala's global rise is authenticity. In an era where many athletes are carefully managed and media-trained, Alex still plays and reacts with genuine emotion. And that authenticity is something television cameras simply cannot ignore. According to veteran photographer Julian Finney, television audiences have an incredible ability to sense authenticity. They can feel when something is real. When Alexandra Eala is sweating through a brutal rally. When she fights for every point. When she turns and smiles toward her team. After a difficult game. Those moments look almost cinematic on television, in a way that simply cannot be manufactured or coached. Finney reportedly believes that Alex possesses something extremely rare in modern sports. She is a natural-born television star. And that is exactly why parts of the tennis establishment are reportedly feeling nervous. Because charisma like this cannot be replicated or engineered. As the tournament schedule moves toward March 6th, the pressure on broadcasters covering the BNP Paribas Open is becoming enormous. Networks are reportedly scrambling to upgrade their coverage around Eala's court. More high-definition cameras. Additional digital streaming feeds. Expanded bandwidth for online viewers. All because executives fear that the global audience may overwhelm their existing broadcast infrastructure once she steps onto court. Even Rafael Nadal is reportedly watching the media storm with a mixture of pride and concern. Sources claim he worries that the young star might be receiving too much exposure before she even begins playing her first match of the tournament. But whether the media are ready or not, the reality is becoming impossible to ignore. The TV queen appears ready. The real question now is something much bigger. Is the global broadcasting system ready for the Eala tsunami? Because the shockwaves are already reaching far beyond tennis. On this Friday, March 6th, 2026, insiders say that Alexandra Eala's name has moved from simple ratings reports into the boardrooms of some of the world's biggest streaming companies behind the scenes. A billion-dollar battle is reportedly unfolding. Executives from Netflix, Disney+, and Amazon Prime Video are said to be competing to secure an exclusive documentary series about Eala's rise. And according to insiders, these companies believe such a project could potentially bypass traditional tennis media rights controlled by the Women's Tennis Association. The brutal truth is becoming clear inside the media industry. Alex Eala is no longer viewed as just a promising tennis player. She is being treated as a global content phenomenon. In fact, sources claim that inside the VIP lounge at Indian Wells, Julian Finney recently witnessed a heated argument between several high-level entertainment executives. Their frustration. Some insiders now believe that the Eala brand could become more valuable than the entire tennis documentary series Breakpoint. But the most shocking story circulating among media insiders involves something even more mysterious, what they are calling the ghost footage. During a private late-night practice session under the desert lights, Finney reportedly captured a 10-second high-speed clip of Eala striking a ball with a hybrid technique that analysts say looked almost impossible. According to sources close to the photographer, he told members of his inner circle something remarkable: "I have photographed the elegance of Roger Federer and the raw power of Rafael Nadal, but I have never seen a human body move like this on camera." Finney reportedly believes that the footage could change the way tennis is filmed and broadcast in the future. If that clip ever becomes public, insiders believe it might ignite an entirely new wave of global fascination around Alexandra Eala. And if the current media storm is already this intense, the real explosion may not have even started yet. The mysterious ghost footage has quickly become one of the most talked-about secrets inside the BNP Paribas Open Media Center. According to insiders, the clip is considered so valuable that a major sports network allegedly offered $2 million just to purchase the raw files from legendary photographer Julian Finney. But the veteran photographer reportedly refused. Finney doesn't want the footage hidden behind a corporate paywall. Instead, he wants the world to witness it live on the big screen during the tournament debut of Alexandra Eala on March 6th. And that decision has pushed the broadcasting teams at Indian Wells into full emergency mode. Inside the production booths, technicians are reportedly scrambling to prepare for a level of global traffic they have never experienced before. The concern that the sudden surge of viewers trying to stream Eala's match could overwhelm the tournament's digital infrastructure. Sources claim engineers are installing additional fiber optic capacity dedicated specifically to the court where Eala will play. The fear is simple but serious. If tens of millions of viewers attempt to stream simultaneously, the system could crash, creating a blackout during one of the most anticipated moments of the tournament. In other words, one athlete's popularity may be pushing the limits of tennis broadcasting technology. Inside the Women's Tennis Association, the situation has reportedly created intense discussions. Executives are now reconsidering their usual streaming limits and backup systems. Because if the broadcast suddenly fails while millions of fans are watching, the backlash across social media could be explosive. Meanwhile, tension is also rising behind the scenes among players. Some rival camps are reportedly complaining that the overwhelming media attention surrounding Eala is becoming distracting for other competitors. According to rumors circulating inside the locker room, a few teams have even suggested restricting the access of photographers, including Finney himself, around Eala's court, but the legendary photographer is not backing down. Sources claim he sent a blunt message to tournament officials. You can ban the man, but you cannot ban the truth the world wants to see. Alex, I am just the witness. The clash now unfolding feels bigger than tennis. It's becoming a battle between traditional sports media structures and a rapidly growing global phenomenon. And the pressure surrounding Alexandra Eala continues to intensify. Because while the cameras multiply and broadcasters scramble, another powerful player has quietly entered the arena: the global sports giant Nike. Reports now suggest the company is preparing a massive marketing move that has stunned executives across the tennis world. According to insiders, Nike plans to air a 1-minute commercial worth nearly $10 million, featuring Alexandra Eala. And the timing of the advertisement is deliberate. The commercial is reportedly scheduled to broadcast exactly 60 seconds before her March 6th debut match. This is not just a standard endorsement campaign. Industry analysts believe it may be a carefully calculated signal that Nike sees something far bigger than a rising tennis star. They may be betting that Alexandra Eala is about to become the next global sports icon, and if the numbers, the cameras, and the media storm are any indication, the world might be watching the beginning of something historic. It's being described as a cinematic masterpiece that used Eugene's ghost footage techniques. The hidden truth is that Nike paid a record-breaking premium to the broadcasters to black out all other advertisements during that slot. They are furious in the corporate offices of other brands because Alex has officially monopolized the primetime airwaves. But inside the practice courts, a heartbreaking and intense confrontation reportedly took place between the mentor and the photographer. Rafael Nadal, who has been Alex's shield throughout this massive tsunami, was reportedly forced to escort Eugene Hennep out of a private session today. It wasn't because of a lack of respect. Rafa is reportedly terrified that the constant lens of the legendary photographer is breaking Alex's mental fortress. Insiders reveal that Nadal looked Eugene in the eye and said, "She is a champion, not a movie star. Give her the silence she deserves." This intense tension between the two legends, the master of the court and the master of the camera, is the defining conflict of the moment. Eugene reportedly walked away with a knowing smile, but the shock among the onlookers was undeniable. The TV queen is being pulled in two directions: global stardom and Grand Slam glory. The panic in the broadcast booths is now extreme. TV networks are reportedly holding emergency script meetings because they don't know how to narrate a player who is outperforming the world's #1 in ratings. They are panicking because the Eala fans are reportedly flooding the live chat sections with millions of messages per second, threatening to crash the entire digital broadcast system. One network producer was reportedly heard shouting, "We need more bandwidth, or we lose the whole tournament." This is the harsh reality of the Eala effect. The current world of sports media simply wasn't built for a takeover of this magnitude. The information blackout regarding Alex's final strategy is only making the hype even more explosive. Even the locker room sabotage has reached a new low. Reports suggest that some jealous rivals are furious, claiming that the $10 million Nike ad is a form of psychological warfare designed to intimidate them before they even step onto the court. They are reportedly pulling back on their media commitments, refusing to do interviews unless they receive the same lighting and camera quality as Alex. The establishment is in a seismic frenzy. The old hierarchy of tennis has been destroyed by a 20-year-old girl and a legendary lens. The massive media explosion has reached its peak on this Friday, March 6, 2026. As the cameras zoomed in on Alex Eala for her round of 64 debut at Indian Wells, the hidden truth was finally revealed to the world. According to real-time data from global broadcasters, the viewership for her opening game didn't just break records, it obliterated them. Reports indicate that the live digital stream peaked at an unbelievable 120 million concurrent viewers. This is more than the viewership of a FIFA World Cup semi-final. The harsh reality is that Eugene Hassenkopf was right. Alex Eala is officially the most watched athlete on TV in the world right now. The WTA establishment is in a state of total shock, realizing that a 20-year-old from the Philippines has more global eyes on her than the entire top 10 combined. But the real shockwave happened just seconds before the first serve. Eugene Hassenkopf, the man who started this rating tsunami, was reportedly seen leaning over the photographer's pit for one last secret whisper to Alex. Insider leaks say that he told her, "The cameras can't capture your heart, only your shadow. Go out there and show them the light." This emotional moment from the legendary photographer reportedly gave Alex a powerful focus that left the commentators in speechless disbelief. When she hit her first hybrid strike ace, the TV ratings in Manila, New York, and Dubai reportedly spiked so hard that several local servers experienced a temporary blackout. The Eala effect has officially dismantled the old broadcast hierarchy. The economic verdict is also in. Because of the $10 million Nike ad and the massive viewership, California's tourism and sports media revenue has reportedly seen a $300 million boost in just 1 week.